case you missed it, both my Fantastic fans from being towed backwards got ripped open and one of them got broken. So now we're going to discuss the resolution of it and what Fantastic Fan, which is a Dometic company, what they did with it. But you can see here that it's literally just smashed the cover and bent that control arm and whatnot in there. And yeah, we're going to put some tape on it for now, and we'll see what Dometic has to say about their Fantastic fans. I reached out to Dometic several times regarding these fans, because to have both of them fail on one vehicle seems iffy. That doesn't seem right. The tow truck driver wasn't speeding, so I reached out to them asking them for information on what safe towing speeds are and whatnot, so if I ever get towed again, I can advise the tow truck driver what speeds to go or whatever the heck I need to do so this does not happen again. And we'll cut to that right now. So this shows me asking multiple times about getting towed backwards in these things and what the speeds are, what they're rated for. Multiple instances I asked them about that and they never answered me. Okay, so I sent emails to Dometic explaining to them what happened, and they asked me for proof of purchase and all that good stuff, and I explained to them that I didn't have any of that because I'm on the road, and they graciously sent me out a replacement cover to my shipping address free of charge, which was really nice of them. But the fact that I asked them 3 times what I should do if this thing has to be towed in the future to protect these covers, and is there a safe towing speed or whatever, the fact that they completely would not respond to that line of questioning at all whatsoever. I got no response from that at all. I find that highly disappointing from a company like Dometic. I mean, they're supposed to be a top-notch company, and the fact that they just have nothing to say to help you with their product. I'm disappointed in that, very. But we'll go ahead and get this new cover installed and figure out what to do. Ideally, we'll never break down again, but, we'll see how that goes. Mail call. Got a love letter from Dometic. So let's open her up, see if it's the right part. Well, it's the right color. Bracket seems on the right side. Hinges are on the right side. So far, so good. The rest of this video will cover the steps that it takes to replace the Fantastic Fan cover. Old cover, new cover. Essentially it goes like this, and it's hinged here. So if you look into here, way down where my finger is, way in that hole, I would have to somehow get in there to get the screws out of the lid. That's going to be really hard. As we know, this is maximized for solar. Get as much solar up here as I can. 1200 watts serves me well, but that's going to be really hard to get in there and get those screws out. Looking across the way, that weather there doesn't look too promising. We may wait for another day on this. It's pretty much out in the middle of nowhere, Nevada, in case you're wondering. I've got to take some of the brackets loose holding my solar panels to see if there's any way I can squeeze my hand underneath these panels to get access to these screws. It is not going to be easy. I didn't leave very much space here to work with for things like this. This weather's coming in. Looks like, well, may be snow coming down, but it's not cold enough to stick right now. But there's no way we're going to get this done in time, so we'll regroup on this. I got the 4 screws out and in the new one, and if you look at the control arm, it'll be right here on your right. We've got to get access to that from inside. From the inside, we start by taking off this little round screen, that off first, and then we have 1 screw, Phillips screw here, that'll take the wheel out, so we'll do that next. Screws out, this should just gently wiggle down. There it is. And this is, if you look there, it's keyed on the side, so it can only go back in one way, but that is all taken out so we can get to here. This is our control arm that I had to bend back, and that goes into this little hole on that. So we've got to get loosen one of these screws and take the other one out, get that onto it, and then we'll tighten that back down, and then we'll check adjustments open and close to make sure that I've bent this back to the right configuration. So we've taken the screw out, loosened that one, and now we're going to lift this up and get this to go into here. See if you can see that. And that falls down into that track. And then we'll screw that back in and tighten that one down. This is screwed back in, and here's our knob. And we'll crank this up. That's about as far open as that'll go. That, to be honest, on the outside where it hits the, where that hinge side was we were working on, it might be hitting the edge of the solar panels up there. So that's high enough. The important thing is that it closes down and locks in. And now it went dark. Okay, shed a little light on the subject. This is down as far as it'll go. And just pushing. There's the lid is plastic, so there is some flex on the lid. You can see that there. You may try to bend this and adjust it just a little bit more, but this gives you the gist of it. You have the idea of what happens. And now that fan blades will go back on, and then the screen will go back on, and that essentially sums it up.